Worth it, because the fish tastes so good. These bombs, so heavy. Dodoko? Dodoko, where are you? Explosion inside city wall. Grounded be thy woe. Explosions can hurt people. Gene can be dreadful. Mondstadt be bombed. Klee be doomed. Those are the survival rules that the Knights of Favonius gave me. Dodoko? Dodoko, where are you? Do you want to come fish blasting with me? I'll get grounded for a whole day, but it's way worth it because the fish tastes so good.
Stop right there!
Stabilize!
Yeah. Woo! La la la. Dodoko? Dodoko, where are you? Woo!
Into the wind!
The hunter. Picked the wrong test subject.
Boing, boing, boom!
Solidify!
You asked for it!
Throw them all up!
One with nature! Fallen leaves, adorn my
Gather!
Drop your weapons! Hands where I can see them!
Blazing delight! Jumpy Dumpty go!
Stabilize!
Ad Astra Abyssosk. Welcome to the Adventurers Guild. Ad Astra. Thank you for completing.
I'll think about it.
Osmanthus wine tastes the same as I remember. But where are those who share the memory?
There'll be an extra fee for that. I'll think about it.
Every journey has its
Crumble!
Time to set.
Hello. Kapag-daily quest na tayo, guys. Tuloy. O ba ulang? Wala. Tapos ko lang pala niyan. Buwas pa pala yun sa kanya. Uy, grabe friendship. Ito. Axe. Parang kay ano. Friday sa October. Tagal kasi ng loading screen. Sana pinangangagat. Sana yung pusakal namin na 13K. 7K lang. Tatlong ano lang. Ano? Still alive. Kicking. Still alive. Yung ano talaga masungit yung pusa namin. Pagkahablig. May pagkahablig yung pusa namin. Kaya minsan napapalo. Pero kat maaari, hindi ko siya papalo. Pero pag wala talaga, kailangan pala.
The musket is my favorite weapon. It's both powerful and threatening. Sometimes the latter trait is far more useful.
Dahil dito apoy guys, technically
Yeah, let's go on a big adventure.
pwede natin gawin guys, puro bata. Ulitin natin yung Patuwi Harbor. Bata natin.
The wind knows me.
No, my sword!
Boing, boing, boom! Sacred name, fortune preserver.
Clouds high. The birds call. One with nature.
Sparks and flash! Yeah! Yeah! Ah! Jumpy, dumpy, go!
Witness the power of good.
Into the wind. Fallen leaves. Adorn my
Life goes on. Opening box of Adepti tricks. Blazing delight! Da da da!
Rain cutter.
Boing, boing, boom! Pew! Wheel of life.
One with nature. Clouds high. The birds call.
Blow them all up. La la la. Ha! Boom! Hi. Boing, boing, boom!
I let my guard down. Huh? Hup. No, my sword!
Let me weave you a verse. Sacred name, fortune preserver.
Into the wind. As one with wind and cloud.
Time to act.
Jumpy Dumpty Go! Blazing delight! Yeah! Hi-ya! Ah! Da da da! La la la!
Go. Rain cutter. Rain outlines your fate.
Pew! Sparks and flash! La la la!
One with nature. Fallen leaves. Adorn my
Orders given. Orders received.
Hi-ya!
Let me weave you a verse. Huh? No, my sword.
Blow them all up! Gee, they're picking on me! Boing, boing, boom!
No escape.
It was an accident.
The wind knows me.
Wheel of life. La la la.
Namatay si Glee.
Rise.
Clouds hide. The birds call. Into the wind.
Huh? No, my sword. Witness the power of opening box of adepti tricks.
Jumpy Dumpty Go! Boing, boing, boom! Blazing delight! Yeah! Hoo, rah, boom! Hi-ya! Hoo, rah, boom! Yeah!
So soon.
Fallen leaves. Adorn my night.
Let me weave you a verse. Huh?
Life goes on. Hi-ya! La la la! Da da da!
Witness the power of Gua.
Jumpy Dumpty Go! Boing, boing!
Orders given. Orders received.
Blow them all up! Woo! Yeah! Hoo, rah. Ha! Hi-ya! Ah!
As one with wind and cloud. One with nature.
Rain cutter. Rain outlines your fate. Huh?
Sacred name, fortune preserver. Blazing delight! Ha! Da da da! Pew!
Time to go. Fallen leaves, adorn my night! The wind knows me.
Let me weave you a verse. Rain outlines your fate. Know my...
Boing, boing, boom! Dumpty, dumpty, boom! Sparks and flash! Boom!
Clouds hide, the birds call into the wind.
Opening box of Adepti tricks. Witness the power of Gugwa. Huh? Hup. Rain outlines your...
Blow them all up! Yeah! Hi-ya!
Can't run from death.
Kasi... Okay.
This scenery is wonderful. Surely enough to convince anyone to become a wanderer. Wherever in this world I roam, I carry memories of my home. This blade, it is the last link I have to the land of my birth. There are leaves around, and I know just the tune to accompany them, if you wish to hear it. This scenery is wonderful. Surely enough to convince anyone to become a wanderer.
Kino-compare na naman nila yung TOF sa Genshin. Wala kayo sa buhay niyo. Nakasawa na manood ng mga ganyan, guys. Wala sa... Kasi ano eh, pipili ka talaga, guys. If Genshin or Tower Fantasy. Alam niyo kung bakit? PC storage, cellphone storage, wisely. It's either TOF sa cellphone or PC, or Genshin Impact sa cellphone or PC. Pero much better is Genshin Impact sa PC. Kasi sobrang laki na, guys. Grabe. Hindi nakakayanan ng ano ko eh.
I think that act is like that.
No, my sword!
As one with wind and cloud.
Bilisan na natin, guys. Iniisip nila maano na yung Genshin.
Orders received. Rank
Ba't iniisip nila? Ba't gustong gusto nilang ano?
Like just
Boing, boing, boing.
The wind knows me.
Rain outlines your fate. Let me weave you a berth.
Fallen leaves adorn my
Go.
Blow them all up. Jumpy Dumpty go.
Boom.
Can't run from debt.
like the power called the Asm and the person then hit a wall like that. Just like I then I like master cycle. I never whatever.
Into the wind.
Rain cutter. No, my sword. Rain outlines your fate.
Da da da.
Apoy.
Sacred name, fortune preserver, pride.
Blazing delight! Ooh! La la la! Hi-ya! Ah!
Clouds high. The birds call. The wind knows me.
Let me weave you a verse. Huh? No, my sword!
Ta-ta-ta!
Orders given, orders received.
Sparks and flash! Hi-ya!
On again.
Dodoko? Dodoko, where are you? Woo! La la la!
One with nature.
Endgame content.
As one with wind and cloud.
Witness the power of Gugwa. Rain outlines your fate.
Jumpy dumpty go! Boing boing boom!
Go.
Blow them all up! Yeah!
And
Da da da! Hi-ya! Yeah!
Opening box of Adepti tricks. Rain cutter. Huh? Rain outlines your
Clouds high. The birds call.
Jumpy dumpty go! Hi, sparks and flash! Yeah! La la la! Da da da!
Let me weave you a verse. Huh?
Blow them all up! Gee, they're picking on...
give him enough time.
Fallen leaves. Adorn my night. The wind knows me.
Rain cutter. No, my sword. Body and mind.
Boing, boing, boom! Pew!
Orders given, orders
Oh
received.
my god.
Faster.
Sparks and flash! Boom! Da da da!
Let me weave you a verse. Huh? No, my sword. Time to act. Yeah.
One with nature. As one with wind and cloud.
Boing, boing, boom! Yeah! Blow them all up!
The wind knows me.
Rain cutter. Rain outlines your fate. Huh?
Can't run from debt.
It will have a 8. Ah, damn. It's. But that helps.
Time to go. Clouds high. The birds call. Into the wind.
At kaya ganun, lagi na lang ano,
Box of Adepti-Trix.
instead na mag-lure sila ng ano, puro na lang
Rain outlines your fate.
pagkasira ng mga games na gusto ng mga toxic culture ng mga
Adorn my night.
gumagawa ng ano. Gusto nila masira yung mga games, mawala.
Orders given. Orders received.
Imbis na mag-suggest sila na mag-suggest ng improvements, guys.
Oh my god.
Run from debt.
As one with wind and cloud. Into the wind.
Witness the power of Gugwa. Know my sword. Rain outlines your.
Jumpy, jumpy, go! Blow them all up!
Ganun naman talaga eh. Kahit naman ano, end of service ang pinag-uusapan. Kahit sino naman.
Rain cutter. Know my sword. Sacred name. Fortune preserver. Go.
Fallen leaves. Adorn my night. One with nature.
Kahit ano naman kasi talaga mangyayari talaga yun. Kahit sa RPG,
Let me weave you a verse.
na hindi lang sa gacha games, guys. Sa RPGs din, mawawala yung ano, games. Dapat handa kayo dun. Kaya nga ako, hindi ako gumagastos sa games. You know, ang ginagastos ko lang, electricity, effort. That's it. Effort, electricity, that's it. And my time. Lang ang gastos natin. Pero, F2P pa rin tayo. In-game ah. In-game. Pero real life hindi. Nanonood kasi ako nung kay Asmon eh. Pero bakit ganyan? Para mabaliw yung mga ibang ano. Nagiging crazy sila sa mga games. Hindi improvement yung hinahanap nila, guys. Puro free. Yun talaga yung hinahanap nila. Puro free. Pero nung mga lumang games, hindi, walang ganyan eh. Walang arte na ganyan. Ewan ko bakit. Natapos lang yung COVID, guys. Ang dami ng arte ng ganyan.
Know my sword. Rain cutter. Orders given.
Parang in generation, na iba na. Gusto namin ng free, gusto ng free, ganyan. Yan lagi yung hanap ng mga gamers ngayon. Free, 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 free. Pwede naman kayo maglaro ng free. Porket hindi nyo, kasi hindi nila makuha yung favorite characters nila. Diba? Na ano sila, hindi sila ma-challenge. Parang, ay, hindi ko nakuha to. Sige, try ko next time. Diba dapat gano'n ang ginagawa ng mga players eh. Hindi ko nakuha to. Try ko next time. Parang kunyari, nagda-dungeon raid kayo. Ano naman lagi eh. Diba? Dungeon raid. Tapos hindi mo nakuha yung drop items na gusto mo. Diba?
How I feel they had probably
Yan
because
talaga.
they've gone. But I think what I played, but the truth, I don't really. Because like I think
Totoko? Totoko, where are you?
I just don't know. Like it, like I did.
These bombs, so heavy.
I think it. And I think like. And
Clee was a brave girl today. I found a really weird-looking lizard. Want me to show it to you? These bombs, so heavy. Totoko? Totoko, where are you?
by not as because Andy, they have two, and all of
These
So, I don't
bombs,
think-
so heavy.
it's like they like even chaos.
Totoko? Totoko, where are you? Yeah.
Like they what the waves of well, I mean, beautiful trails and manner of saying like, is that that's
no.
crazy? I thought like,
No.
oh my god, I thought that popular.
There are leaves around, and I know just the tune to accompany them, if you wish to hear it.
But yeah, not reason. But even I Genshin kids that so
I hate this.
like
That guy.
play this
Kulit.
kids
Anong ano
and
nito?
because they're not.
I
gonna
hate
be
that
like,
guy.
like this dude, like we like played video probably like
I build waifu.
like
Sana all.
like he can
Gaming
techniques
PC. Lang ano to?
Spiral Abyss. They're not. So that's the.
This scenery is wonderful.
It's
Surely enough to convince anyone to become a wanderer.
don't know how to play fucking. So what? Peter.
What? The
How
fuck?
good they are.
Ano ba't di naglo-loading?
Bullshit. 12-year-old. That don't have 80. A question. Had some.
Mga pala, magke-quest na tayo guys. Ano bang
And now they
hinahanap
can't do
ko?
Spiral.
What?
They have.
Ako nga na pag-spiral abyss
That's the
ako kahit
reason
matapos
they're not
lang,
making
okay
content
na
like
sa
this
akin.
for Genshin.
Pang pull din.
Because it's a casual
Di ba?
made for casual.
Ba't ganun?
It's like
Wow.
made
What?
get to
Solo.
it's casual. Don't have and it doesn't a bad game. Like I'll
There are leaves around, and I know just the tune to accompany
there
them,
was
if you wish to hear it.
I the game so like
Wow. Eh.
because
Oh, nandito.
at
Tignan natin si Lolo. Balik natin yung Lolo. Vacuum cleaner to eh. Vacuum cleaner. Bomba. Grenade. Sniper. Kasi ito Lolo. Ano yun? Kunin ko lang yung nasa likod ko.
it's just casual. What you end up
Nalilipat pala to?
alienating those casual. That's the and also I have but then that's fucking I'm not spend money there. I'm not Wait, for like if I play the way like I will feel but I know that
Final warning!
Ito, patay. Eh, ba't mga patay dito? Pala natin napupuntahan to. Kapit, guys.
One with nature.
Gather!
Sumugod dun isa.
This is order.
Ba't ganon?
Clouds high. The birds call. The wind knows me.
Justice will prevail!
Blazing delight! Yeah. Yeah. La la la.
Certainly worth the extra mile.
Nope.
That, like, just have been the wake. I'm this. It's so. I want.
Uy, meron pa sa ilalim. Mahal naman ang cosmetics nun.
Drop your weapons!
Oh, shit.
One with nature.
I will have
Oh,
order.
sheesh.
As one with wind and cloud.
Saan yung ano?
I think that 65 dollars. There's a
Time to go.
comes from side. So look 100% right. At the same. And you could skip item.
Kailangan pala mabilis ka.
That was a long time ago.
Who says there aren't benefits to a life of
Out of
wandering?
myself.
Time to go.
That app. That's the hero.
Time to go. The wind knows me.
Hands where I can see them! Stop right there!
Jumpy Dumpty Pooh! Sparks and flash!
Into the wind.
Justice will prevail!
Fallen leaves adorn my night.
Active. Same. Yun lang. Same. I mean, I think that's kind of...
The wind knows me.
Final warning!
Boing, boing, boom!
like the
Certainly worth the extra mile.
I think that
Madami pa
they're
dun, no?
like the
Sa dulo.
single-player
Wait lang.
like
Open na natin, guys. Uy, nasa baba. Nasa baba talaga yung open.
But man, it's like, and then you have
Nahulog.
areas,
Nahulog. Kaya.
and there's
Lang. Tignan natin itong santos nandito sa taas.
everything, and then and then
Order guide you.
it's
You asked for it!
Windstrider!
Blazing delight!
Talsik! May nakatago. Oh, may daanan. Daanan pala dyan.
Clouds high. The birds call.
Drop your weapons!
One with nature.
Solidify.
I think
One man's stone is another man's gem.
I do.
Ang ganda nga ng armor.
Just on,
Tama.
it's worth it.
Baka may magsimula, mag-trigger. Baka mag-trigger yung ano. Gana lang tayo dito. Tapusin na natin to. Dalawang ano na lang. Quest. Haba-habang quest.
Okay. Not doing. Well, like, don't like what? Like
Kaya nga.
I can't.
Tama si Asmund.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not. That's my. And
Do you want to come fish flash? With me? I'll get grounded for a whole day, but it's
Ay, di.
way worth
Tayo.
it because the fish tastes so
Yung mga picturean.
good.
Tulog. Si bata.
Papa. Cool. Able to. I feel like. Yeah. Kind of like never once. I don't know. I'm so, I think.
You can't beat the atmosphere here
Picture tayo. Wait.
When will the boat get here?
Like you.
Alam, mag-isa si Bald ngayon.
Alright. Sit. And then. Axe.
Hi, Coming! Paimon sees you've certainly gotten an early start this morning. Playing games already, are we? Who won this time? You the one buying dim sum again?
Hey, when you put it like that, it makes it sound like I'm always the one losing.
Ah, perfect. You're all here. There's an important commission I need your help with.
All right, I've got the time. Where are the goods?
It's not just goods this time. I need you to escort a tea merchant and their wares from Chaoying Village to Liyue Harbor. A very important client has requested to meet with him.
Sure. What's this merchant's address?
Here.
If the client's that important, then this must be a very crucial, very pressing commission, right?
Of course, the sooner you complete it, the better. I would advise you to depart as soon as
Si
possible.
Timo. Mahilig talaga mga sarian. Wait lang.
Dude, I'm be real. Did you all see that shit with
All right, don't work too hard now, Longjo. We'll set off then.
That way she would put a higher. And the no, that should. Guys, I want to make sure you guys know. I really. Please don't.
Yung mga harass guys ng ng streamer. Don't harass
Lee was a
everything.
brave girl today.
Harassment
I found
is
you're a bit
bad.
quiet today, Coming. Oh, do you want Paimon to tell a story?
We're almost there. I'll take a rain check on that.
Does anybody think they're gonna get away with this shit?
La la la.
Like this shit is so. Like,
Si Uncle Luke.
like you're gonna just another streamer is going to attack someone live on click, bro. You understand? People can see that shit, right? Like, what do you
Si ano to
think
eh.
is gonna happen? You have no idea yet. Is it get bad? Does it get worse? Bro, is bro gatekeeping Final Fantasy 14 from women? Hey, nah, man. Bro only wants fell. He sees an adult woman playing his game and he's out, bro. His toast on. They're pissing in his face.
Bakit naman ganun? Gatekeeping. Yung ano. Ako nga, naglaro ang Final Fantasy 1. Diba? Wala pa akong kabang umong sa Final Fantasy 1. Grabe. Gatekeeper. Ayoko talaga sa mga gatekeeper na pag ganun, binaban ka agad yan.
Like this is like the way that like, oh, they
Insane.
think, oh, maybe if I just treat
Oh my
them really bad, they'll. It's like, bro, it is so like third grade playground type shit. Bro. Like, oh, I pulled ponytails because I like her. Oh, this
Oh,
shit.
mga dat, wag ka mang gatekeep. That's a bad thing.
Wait. Obrigado. Go. Okay, well, to be honest, I feel like we was justified in everything they said to me, huh? Dude, and the worst thing is, this isn't just... Oh, man. They're willing to derail an entire street. Bro, this is straight up like Mexico.
Hello, you must be the team merchant heading to Liyue Harbor. We're here to escort you.
Panood ko na to kaya ano eh. Pero syempre, bakit ang sama ng ano
Man,
niyan?
this guy's so tough. Bro, come to my hood. You wouldn't last a second.
Oh, so you're Gaming's father. It's nice to meet you. Just leave this delivery to him. Trust Paimon, he's got this in the bag. Gaming is super good at what he does. Everyone at the Secure Transport Agency
Loko-loko si
says
ano?
even the Ministry of Civil Affairs has nothing but good things to say about him.
Seems like you've made some sort of name for yourself, at least.
The goods are all in order?
Yes, they're all here.
Then let's get going.
A very important client has asked for you by name. You kind of have to come with us. Paimon doesn't know how we would explain ourselves if you just didn't show up. Plus, you'd be missing out on a huge money-making opportunity.
I see. I suppose I will have to trouble you all to escort me, then.
Nagkakahayaan sila mag-ama. Yan. Masaming parang
Wait, this is the guy? Wait, a channel this big? No. This channel is enormous. I thought it would be like 300, 400 viewers. Ain't no shot this, and so I to my side of the hood. What in the?
Hindi, gumagawa lang yan ng eksena. Sino man yung ano na yan. Wag na nating ano. Kaya bahala sa buhay niya.
Bro thinks he's just separate.
Separate.
Jesus Christ.
Separate to.
For so long.
Baka napirot. Hindi separate. Napirot lang.
Stop and rest for a bit.
Napirot. Hindi separate.
I'm fine.
Grabe siya doon. Tayo.
Gaming, don't you usually have some delicious snacks on you? Come on, bring them out so we can share them.
I'm fine. Thank you.
But the winter melon cake he gave us last time was so delicious. Have you ever tried it before, Mr. Ip?
Grabe naman si Paimon, ang ingay.
This place looks nice and open. Why don't you all rest here for a second?
Huh? What about you? You're not going to join us?
I'm not tired. I'll keep watch.
Oh, but...
Just let him go.
Wala, nagkakahiyaan ng
We'll
tatay.
just share amongst ourselves then. Did you know, Uncle Ip, that the flavor of these
Here's my
cakes
address,
changes
bro.
depending
Let's
on...
reach the Las Vegas arena where we
Who goes
fight
there?
to death to see who's the strongest witch shatter.
It appears that one's movements were overly conspicuous.
Enough of your musings. Focus. Focus on the matter at hand.
Like, there's no way this
Present your exquisite ornaments at once.
Indeed. Bring them forth readily and without protest.
Ah! What do we do?
It seems as if these two are acting alone. It won't be difficult to subdue them, but they might have something else waiting in store for Dad. The best, leave this to me. I'll Traveler, Paimon, take my dad and his goods away from here.
No, coming. It's too dangerous.
This is what I do.
A thorny foe indeed. Let us depart and seek a target softer in blows and disposition.
Don't think I'm gonna let you off so easily.
Langya.
Away. Let
Ang
us
bilis.
away.
Coming!
Don't worry, he's a great
He made the video?
Paimon's even seen him take down a dozen or so treasure hoarders all by himself.
But coming, if he had just stayed by my side and learned the family trade, he wouldn't have to put himself in such dangerous situation.
We just have to trust him. Let's go on ahead. We'd best get away from here, in case there are other bandits in the area waiting in ambush.
All is going to plan.
Langyang plan.
So I'm going to explain how up.
Okay, we should be good to stop here.
I am
Youngli? Oh no, what is he doing here?
not work.
Good sir, please listen
if
to
you
me.
don't get
Reel
that-
in your line and leave this place as quickly as you can. There are
I mean,
bandits in
I've
the
seen
area.
some get like Docu in the past, where he goes and hijacks somebody's strength. Okay, but the difference is.
Oh, si
I'm gonna
Zhongli.
explain this to you here,
Nandito si
Doc.
Zhongli.
Bandits? Acting in broad daylight? Oh.
Subscribers on YouTube. I promise you, nobody
Ah, I see.
Nobody
It appears
gets-
many people are
No,
catching
not
a
a
chill as of late.
Nobody
If your
cares.
throat is
They got a
bothering you,
million
Paimon,
subs.
Langya.
some tea and rest are in order.
Hindi na gets ni
No
ano.
need. Paimon's fine.
Hindi niya na gets.
Had some cake.
Na
or
acting lang
something
yun.
out.
Acting lang yun.
What's happening?
If there are indeed bandits in the area, then we should inform the Millilith at once.
I'm gonna keep. And I'm gonna say
Oh?
something that you
Well,
guys need to
if
think about.
that's the
And
case,
people don't get this.
such matters are
Having a-
best left to those with the necessary expertise. Wouldn't you agree?
I suppose you're right.
Like-
If ordinary people like us got involved, we would only
I know
cause
that
more
you're gonna
trouble.
think
Langya.
everybody
Since we
knows
find
you,
ourselves otherwise
genuine-
unoccupied in this beautiful
Nobody-
area, why don't we find a quiet place to relax while we wait for good news?
Langya yan.
you're for-
Ba't dumating kasi si ano? Naglalaro si Zhongli ng ano, kite.
really not that big of a
Tapos yung kite ni Zhongli yung multo.
really wanna think that you're special, but I give them
Kulit. Kulit na ano, lahat kasali sa ano, kite contest. Eto.
So, Uncle Ip does have a reason to be worried. After all, Gaming, the guard we mentioned, is his son.
Gaming. The name sounds somewhat familiar. Ah, yes. That is the name of the Usho dancer who has been performing around Liyue Harbor recently, is it not?
Oh, have you seen him perform?
Indeed. I cannot help but admire his skill. He truly encapsulates the spirit of the Suani. Usho dancing has become more well known in Liyue Harbor recently. However, although performers are seeing budding success, they have no doubt had to face many hurdles along the way. One's not so easily understood by spectators such as ourselves. If you ask me, what truly deserves admiration is perseverance in the face of adversity. That is a rare attribute indeed. I have heard many of my acquaintances praise Gaming for his kind, selfless, and courageous disposition. To have a child so accomplished and upright, you must be a very proud parent indeed, Uncle Ip.
Seems like Zhongli has decided to skip the formalities.
Well, he's a hard worker. Yeah,
You should be sure to tell him you think that when he gets back.
Your son is young yet. It's normal for someone his age to be a bit hot-headed. It's understandable to find talking about such things in person difficult. If there's a particular sentiment you wish to convey, perhaps we could pass it along for you.
No. It wouldn't be right to ask that of you.
Yari
This
ka.
thing
Matanda yung
between us
kausap mo si Zhongli.
has festered for many years now. I've been in the tea business for most of my life, and I always hoped my child would do the same. Otherwise, how would he support himself? Over the past few years, I heard how well he was doing for himself as a guard. How his work was taking him to farther and farther off places. I also heard that he never gave up on wushou dancing. It made me happy. When you're young, you can handle all that physically taxing work and manual labor. What young person isn't capable of making a living that way? My concern is what happens when you get old. Every time I get to thinking like that, I cannot help but be reinforced in the
Tinamaan si
belief
Zhongli.
that I
Kaya
will
wala
fight.
siyang pera. Wala
That I
siyang
was
pera.
right now. I often regret
Naging mortal siya.
introducing him to wushou dancing as a kid.
Tinamaan si Zhongli.
If I had
Grabe
known
naman kayo
how
kay Zhongli.
things would turn out,
Joke lang.
I would have never taken him to see those performances in the first place.
It is only natural for a parent to strive to send their child down the right path. No one would begrudge you that sentiment, Uncle Ip.
Kaya nga.
You need not worry.
You seem quite young, Mr. Zhongli. Yet you speak with such wisdom. Perhaps I have misjudged your age.
Your words are too kind. Truth be told, one of my old friends has several grown daughters. Rather than fretting about their future, however, she prefers to let them find their own way.
Then she is more easygoing than I could ever be. I fear I lack such an open mind. I meant to say earlier, there is no need to be so polite. Feel free to call me by my name, Ipdak.
Sure.
So, do you also think I fret too much, Mr. Zhongli?
That's not exactly what I was hoping to convey. Only a fool would ask a parent not to worry about their child. But think of it this way. Raising a child is not unlike flying a kite. Hold the string too tight, and it can no longer soar. As my friend once said, if your children are aiming for the stars, clipping their wings will only cause them to come crashing down. You need to let out the line for a kite to soar.
It seems I was too stuck in my ways.
You need not reproach your heart for caring. You simply need to loosen your hold a little. Indeed, with such a big heart, why not allocate the time you usually spend worrying about Gaming to the pursuit of other things, like going for a stroll, drinking tea, or taking in the scenery? You never know what surprises could be in store. Things can change in the blink of an eye.
The blink of an eye, you say? Do things change so quickly?
Children grow up in quite the same way, do they not? Day after day, year after year, sometimes in the blink of an eye, but always when you least expect it. As a father, I'm sure you know that best.
Yes, you can say that again. 1 second Gaming was a kid, the next thing I knew, he was ready to fly the nest.
Zhongli certainly has a way with words.
Galing nga niyo. Galing ni Zhongli magsalita, no? Para kami kausap talaga na poet. Magaling gumawa ng poetry.
Gaming is back. Hey, Gaming, we're over here.
Dad, Traveler, Paimon. Good, you're all here. Oh, and Mr. Zhongli from the Wangsheng Funeral Parlor? You're here too?
A fated meeting indeed. We were just enjoying some pleasant conversation.
Is everything resolved?
Well, you could say that.
What does that mean?
Traveler, Paimon, come with me. I need to talk to you.
Oh.
I'll come right out and say it. Those two bandits, you sent them, didn't you?
So...
Can't look me in the eye, huh? Guess I'm right then.
Okay, but how did you know?
At first, their mannerisms seemed a bit stilted. But once I got close, it was obvious that they possessed great skills. I was right on their tail, and it should have taken only a few steps to catch up to them, yet somehow, I was never able to close that distance. People with that level of skill would have gone about things differently from the start, like sneaking up on us while we were distracted. Unless, of course, their real motive was to lure me away from the group all along.
Wow, you're pretty quick on the uptake.
I just have a lot of experience. I've dealt with many a ruthless
Huli
bandit in
agad
my
sila
time, but I've never seen ones like them.
Yari ka.
In the end, I told them they would make good
Huli
guards
sila
if they ever
Paimon.
wanted to get back on the straight and narrow, and that they could hang out with me in Liyue Harbor anytime.
You ever consider you might be a little too good at making friends?
I'm guessing you guys were trying to help resolve things between my dad and me?
Oo, ganun nga ginagawa nila. Yeah.
I appreciate it, I really do, but this conflict between us has been going on for a long time. Even if those two were real bandits, and I was able to subdue them and show them what I was capable of, it wouldn't change anything. You've seen the way he talks to me.
It's not like that at all! Your dad really cares about you. You should see the way he talks about you when you're not around. Zhongli was talking things through with him and he nearly agreed to let it go. You don't believe us?
He won't let it go. He can say as much as he wants to other people, but he won't talk to me. I'm certain of it.
Parehas lang sila, no?
You told us you wanted to prove yourself to your dad.
Parang nangyari din to eh. Alam ko na tong gantong ganto eh.
Years.
Will that even do anything? I'm not sure talking is enough.
You won't know unless you try. Just like how you won't know if something is delicious unless you taste it. Listen to us. It's time to put these people skills to good use. You can make friends with anyone, so why not your dad?
I'll do my best.
You are very knowledgeable, Mr. Zhongli. I'm impressed. Despite my being in the tea industry for several decades, it seems I still have much to learn about the art of tea tasting.
You flatter me. It was nothing but a few humble musings.
How much tea have you drank since we've been gone?
Ipdak and I have found many a common interest. Our friendship, much like a cup of tea, seems to grow stronger the longer it has to steep.
Well said, Mr. Zhongli. Gaming, Mr. Zhongli is very knowledgeable. You should take the opportunity to learn from people like him when you're in the city.
Huh?
Zhongli.
I have very much enjoyed our conversation, Ipdak, but I, unfortunately, have some unfinished funeral parlor business to attend to.
Oh, I hope I didn't keep you. My apologies for taking up so much of your time, Mr. Zhongli. No need to stay on my account. When you're less busy, let's find a time to meet. I'll treat you to dim sum.
It would be an honor.
We'll see you off, Zhongli. You two have a nice chat, alright?
Buset, iniwan. Yari. Go gaming, mag-usap yung tatay mo dyan.
Thanks for helping us talk things through with Uncle Ip. Good thing you were able to pick up on what we were putting down.
I have been around the both of you for some time now. You could say I have a certain level of expertise in that regard. As for my role in the conversation, think nothing of it. I hardly did anything noteworthy.
You never change, do you? Why did you have us walk all this way? Paimon thought we just had to go far enough to be out of earshot.
A friend approaches.
Hello.
You know.
Xiao! You're
Xiao.
so cute!
I've been here the whole time.
What?
A ghostly kite. Could that elusive Director Hu be coming to Wangshu Inn once again? What is she doing here? I suppose it matters not. Given her relationship with Rex, well, Zhongli, I might as well go pay my respects. It's you. I thought you were Director Hu.
Ah, your arrival is most fortuitous. Do you want to try out this new gadget? The addition of the power source makes the takeoff more stable. It's just that...
He seems quite immersed in the study of this device.
I fear it's almost too stable. It completely negates the pleasure of seeing one's kite sway with the wind. It's a bit of a shame. In truth, I'm here because Director Hu dispatched me to purchase some items in preparation for Lantern Rite.
I see. Much like she does every year. Much like she'll do next year, I would imagine. Am I wrong? Or has she once again sent you out to buy, what is it, sesame oil or something?
While we're on the subject, I do wonder why she is so obsessed with using sesame oil in the preparation of mixed vegetable dishes for Lantern Rite. A recommendation from Xiangling, perhaps. What do you think, Xiao?
I've only met Director Hu a few times. I'm hardly the best person to ask.
Ah, and is that not a sign that you should visit Wangsheng Funeral Parlor more often? It wouldn't hurt to grace the parlor with your presence now and again, when you are otherwise unoccupied. This one here is a traditional kite, one without any equipped mechanical device. Director Hu tasked me with studying the differences between the two to determine which one is of greater merit. Many hands make light work. Perhaps you could test out the other kite for me?
All right.
You know?
I have made my comparisons.
Yun
If speed is what
nagka-kite
you're
din
after,
pala si
the
Jin.
mechanical kite is the better choice.
Wonderful. I shall pass that information along to Director Hu. I'll leave these two kites with you. Perhaps you can find a few friends with which to partake in the activity. You might find it to be an enjoyable use of your time.
Oh, wait. Who enjoys kite flying?
Well, I would imagine someone of your talent and wisdom is more than capable of finding out.
So, you were testing out the kites for Hu Tao and even roped Xiao into doing it for you? Paimon didn't ask earlier because the situation was,
I would hardly say I roped Xiao into anything. I simply sought the help of a friend. Besides, we did the testing together.
Seems like our pool of competitors is growing. Do you like kite flying, Xiao?
I suppose I neither like nor dislike it. Although, watching a kite gradually ascend into the sky does bring me a certain peace of mind. Perhaps they're a bit like Shao lanterns.
Dami nating kalaban sa kite
Kite
flying.
flying is also a pleasant form of relaxation.
Have you ever thought about making Cloud Retainer taught us how? We can teach you if you want.
There's no need. Menogius was the only Yaksha among us who had an interest in matters of ornamentation and design. When Lantern Rite is over, come find me near Pervasi's temple if you have the time.
It's getting late. I should go inform Director Hu of our findings.
How's she been, by the way? Be sure to say hi to her for us.
The last time I spoke to her, she mentioned that she would be visiting Chaoying Village in a few days. If you have the time, perhaps you could also make the trip. If you happen to run into her, you can pass along your regards in person.
We'll keep that in mind. Take care, Xiangli. See you later.
See you next time.
Coming.
You can go first.
I don't have anything to say.
Then I'll go. I still don't want to leave Liyue Harbor.
Oh, I can't say I support that decision, but... Hey, let me finish before you get all worked up.
Sit, Shenhe, sit. You must be tired from your journey. Shall I pour you a cup of tea? Or would you No need. I'm not tired. They're gone, Master.
Ayan na.
Perfect. The time is nigh for us to make an appearance. Do you remember the plan when recounted to you?
Yes, Master. We aim to give them a demonstration of familial love. So I'll have whatever you are having.
All right.
What are Auntie Xianyun and Shenhe doing here? Just how many people are involved in this scheme? I suppose all I can do is just take a seat and see what happens.
Perfect. I just so happened to have bought some Sunglow tea recently. It's quite the delectable variety. Or it would be if one has not been forced to drink it every day in the hopes of
Ayaw niya uminom.
its considerable stash.
Ayaw niyang uminom.
Get it. Such thoughts detract from the present need to keep up the conversation.
Ayaw niya uminom.
Has work been busy during the holiday season? Do you need my help with anything?
Drunk guests can sometimes cause trouble, but I deal with them as you taught me, by pinning their heads against the table.
Are Auntie Xian Yun and Shenhe serious right now?
Oh dear. While one was busy orchestrating this act, one seems to have forgotten about Shenhe's various... What I meant to ask was, have you made any new friends? We live so far from each other. It would be a great comfort to me to know you were surrounded by good companion.
You already know of my past circumstances. Recently, I've been conversing with Guoba in the kitchen at night. Guoba can't talk, but his companionship is a comfort.
The poor child. Her one friend can't even talk. I guess maybe Gaming is not doing so bad after all. Perhaps I've been too hard on him.
Let's move on, shall we? Do you have any plans for today, Shenhe? How about we do something fun?
That sounds about right. Take her to do something fun, and perhaps she'll loosen up a bit.
Like we used to do when we would carry stones up and down the mountain from dawn until dusk, picking herbs.
What the fuck?
Dad, here, have some tea. Or no, wait, best not have any just yet.
Yeah. I simply can't listen to that any longer. Coming. I'd like to finish what I was trying to say before. I don't support your decision to stay in Liyue Harbor, because living there is too hard on you. If you come home, there will be people to help you. I'm not saying we have to live under the same roof. I know our personalities are too similar to avoid butting heads. But you'll have your entire family around you. Your aunts, uncles, they'll all do whatever they can to help. You could get a less taxing job, and we could grab dim sum together from time to time.
Huh. I didn't know dim sum was such an important affair, Master.
Shh. Just think about it, okay? You don't have to decide now.
Dad really has changed a lot. He would never have said these things to me before. But I thank you, Dad.
It's been long enough, don't you think? Oh, Paimon sure hopes they've made up by now. Oh, they're drinking tea in silence. That's not a good sign. Hey you two! Paimon's sorry we were gone for so long. We got to chatting with some friends and didn't realize how much time had passed.
Perfect timing, actually. We seem to be just about done here.
Yep, let's go. I'll get the bags.
Gaming has grown a lot taller, hasn't he?
Bye-bye.
Master, I tried to go along with your questions, but when I saw how you and that man reacted, I started to wonder.
Not at all. Certain unforeseen variables may have presented themselves along the way, but the outcome proved favorable. The plan was a success.
Then I helped?
Naturally. Your purity of spirit is one of your greatest strengths, Shenhe. You need not change who you are.
Dapat ganun yung sinabi nila.
Time to go.
Diba? Sana. Samsara.
I'm not gonna lie, bro.
Sino to? May nagpapalipad.
You must be Mr. Ip! Thank you for coming all this way. My name is Charlotte, and I'm a reporter from Fontaine. You can find me writing for the Steambird. I invited you here not just to purchase your fine tea, but also with the hope that you might be willing to sit down for a short interview. What do you—
An interview? To advertise my teas?
I suppose you could think of it that way. We Fontainians are big tea drinkers too.
The Fontaine Market. Then I'll need some time to adequately prepare. Perhaps we could sit down and discuss the questions you intend to ask in advance.
Of course, of course! Please follow me.
Is this person also involved in your plan? And here I thought I had lots of connections.
Yeah,
I suppose I've been humbled. You sure know all kinds of cool and important people.
Over here! Yoo-hoo! Over here!
Huh? What? Auntie Shenyun?
She probably wants to talk about the next phase of the plan. Let's go while your dad is still distracted.
I take it that all is going well?
Don't worry, Shenyun. Everything is going according to plan.
I knew it. I knew that was all an act earlier. Auntie Shenyun is really something. She was so determined to help me. She didn't even care about making herself and Shanka appear foolish in front of my family.
As for the next step...
Oh no!
What's wrong, Gaming?
Don't tell me you're the ones footing the bill for all that tea. I can't let you do that.
Fret not. Reimbursements will be made.
Exactly. Think of it more as an investment, as Ningguang would say. We pooled together the Mora so that Charlotte could place the order. She's gonna bring it back to the Steambird as a gift, as well as a sample of the regional specialty. Fontainians will probably fall in love with your dad's tea as soon as they lay their eyes on Charlotte's article. And once all the money from the new orders begin to roll in, getting our Mora back will be a piece of cake.
Oh, okay. Business-related matters always seem to go over my head, but I refuse to let you all lose more on my behalf. I'll pay you back right now.
We can talk about such matters at a later date. There are more important matters for you to consider at the moment, are there not?
Yes. I've been thinking about it the whole... I have an idea, but I'd hate to cause even more trouble for all of you.
That is for us to decide.
Yeah, we're all friends here. Plus, we wouldn't be here if we didn't want to help, right? Just tell us about this idea of yours.
Okay. Whew. So, it's like this.
Di ko naririnig ang idea mo, Gaming.
Got it.
Ano ba yan?
Just leave it to us.
Nakapokus ako sa ano nila, Gaming.
Let's split up and make it happen. We need to do those things we talked about, but we also still have the kite flying competition.
Oo nga.
Since Xiao already tested out those kites for us, why don't we also go buy one of those mechanical thingamabobs?
I've got a bunch of interesting guests.
Hello again.
Welcome back! I see you returned from your trip. I really do have to thank you for all your help from before. Thanks to you, my daughter was able to build a kite with her grandmother that very same day. She even wrote a long letter telling me how much she loved it.
Oh, you should really be thanking Gaming,
What's going on?
not us.
I'll be sure to. And are you here to buy a kite? Please, take your pick.
Oh, we already have a kite. We wanted to buy one of those, device thingies from Fontaine. Do you sell them separately?
Ah, yes. Here you go. Please, take it, free of charge. The directions are in the box. It's not hard to install at all.
It doesn't feel right for us to just take it.
Well, nor would it feel right for me to take your Mora. Good luck in the kite flying competition. I'll be rooting for you.
All right then, thank you. It's done. Let's get down to business. Looks like we finished everything we needed to do. Let's find a good place and put this thing into the sky.
Pero to, magpapalipad na tayo ng kite.
Chi-Chi, we're almost there. Okay.
Come here, allow me.
The lantern rite is as festive as ever.
Huh? Oh, what's going on?
Did something happen? What should we do? Oh, should we get the Millilith?
What's that? Have I taken that many pictures already? I need to load more film.
Wait, the wind.
Oh my gosh!
Mommy, I want a big kite like that too! Do you see that kite way out in front? It's so beautiful! Happy Lantern Rite. Happy Lantern Rite.
Garming's performance was so cool, Paimon almost wanted to join in. You saw that, right, Traveler? Let's go find him. Oh, and he's over there, talking to his dad. think I'll head off now, if that's okay?
Thank you, little girl. Do you want us to walk you back?
No need, no need. Master is waiting for me right over there.
Son. I suppose I'll go first this time.
Okay.
Your performance. I've seen many wuxia dances in my time, but I've gotta admit, what you pulled off there was breathtaking.
Wow. I never thought I'd live to hear you say that.
You're serious about doing this professionally?
Absolutely. I know it'll be difficult, but...
Then it doesn't matter. What I mean to say is, of course it'll be difficult. But if that's your decision, if that's your dream, then it doesn't matter how difficult it is. As long as you put in the work, then any obstacle can be overcome Really, when I was young, I also... Actually, how about we save that story of my past for another time? All I really want to say is, I've changed my mind. And much like this kite, you also deserve to soar to new heights.
Dad.
Son.
Son? Haven't heard that in a while.
I bet you're wondering what's gotten into me saying all this.
Well, a little bit, yeah.
Anyway, I know I've never found the chance to say this before, but... to me, Gaming, you've always been a great kid. Alright, that's everything I've got. Did you have something you wanted to say, or...
Seeing the two of them talk things through like this really gives Paimon a sense of accomplishment.
Now go. Over there. Your friends are still waiting for you.
Huh? But you came all this way.
I'll be staying in Liyue Harbor for a bit longer. When you have time, we can grab dim sum together. Your treat, right?
Dad, honestly.
Go.
Okay, then I'm off. See you soon.
My God. Congratulations kay Gaming.
That's quite the smile you've got there, Gaming.
Nakulo kasi yung Paimon.
Really?
It's nothing to be embarrassed about.
I'd like to find and thank Auntie Shenyun, as well as everyone else who's helped me out. If everyone has time, maybe we could all get together and go fly a kite.
You know. Yay! Pati na sila ng tatay niya. Galing ni Xiongli, no? Makipag-usap. Oh! Andito din yung ano. Galing. Galing ng pagkakakuha, no?
I've got a bunch of interesting gadgets, all from my time with the crooks.
Welcome. Please take a seat.
Oh, Lantern Rite was simply amazing. I'm not sure I'll be able to sleep tonight. Oh, that? Yeah, Interesting story. It was invented by a guy from Fontaine. His name is Ildison. He's always tinkering away at some mechanism or another. He's even asked the Steambird to write about his inventions on more than one occasion. I believe I have a direct quote from him about this particular one. Yes, here it is. The device is powered entirely by mechanical components without the need for any additional energy source. Basically, it's a manually operated cranking device. How high it can fly entirely depends on how much force you can exert. Combining this invention with a kite. What a great idea, right? Oh, my conversation with Mr. Ip went really well. I've already sent the first draft of my article back to the Steambird. It's a piece that contains all the pertinent information while also telling a story. I'm quite proud of it. Oh, that reminds me. I should thank everyone who made this possible for me. Especially that spirited lady with those peculiar turns of phrase. Miss Shenyun was her name, right? It was all thanks to your connections and creativity. I would have never thought I'd be able to bring such a special gift back to Fontaine with me. This was my first time experiencing a foreign holiday in person. It was so exciting! The festive atmosphere, the contagious holiday spirit, the profound, storied cultural traditions steeped in symbolism. Oh, I almost forgot. Kuching even gave me a kite with a poem on it that she wrote herself. It goes, "Dreams are like paper kites. With them do our hopes take flight. Sailing high above the clouds, they yearn for something more profound. Yet try we may and try we might. A deeper truth waits in plain sight. Though we hang our hopes in skies abound, many joys lie on the ground." I want to include this poem in my special feature on Lantern Rite. I'm sure a lot of people will love it. Yep, and happy Lantern Rite to you.
Uy, magkasama na naman sila. Tingnan natin. Yun o, nag-date na naman sila.
Together. We can give it a try.
Yee! Tara na, nakatingin sa atin si Vlad. Yun o. Ba't medyo?
These bombs, so heavy.
Dali natin yung character, personal, center. You know, date sila. Sana all. Sana all. Try natin nga. Dito din yung same dati na kita. Oh, nag-date yung dalawang patuwi guard. You know. Mukhang magkakatuluyan na sila kasi sabi ni Nabia na pero dito tayo. Ito si Morox yan na, di ba? Morox to, di ba? Di ba sa Morox yan, boy? Wala kasi tayo yung parang bato na umiikot eh. Dapat ganyan yung mga tao, boy. Yan o. Right. Boom! Happy Lantern Rite. Kahit medyo late na.
Osmanthus.
Ito na to. So... merong isa? Oh.
It's the same.
May quiz. Bakit ganun? May quiz pa. Side quiz pa. Side quiz pa nga.
Hey, Catherine, it's us. Got any new commissions? Specifically one with a huge more attack, perhaps? Paimon's just being enthusiastic.
It's always a pleasure to actually, we do in fact have a rather...
Don't worry about that.
To put it simply, the requester is looking for a temporary replacement actress for their musical.
The original cast member ran into some issues and is currently unable to perform the role. But the troupe has also been experiencing some financial difficulties, so unfortunately they cannot afford to pay the replacement actress.
Ano
That does
nangyari?
sound like a tricky situation. So basically they're looking for a volunteer?
That's right. Our adventurers reached out to many actresses, but none of them were willing to take the job. There are only a few days left until the performance. If they can't find someone in time, they'll probably have to postpone the show. And delays tend to create all sorts of new problems.
Got it. Oh, this one's a doozy. What do you think, Traveler? Any ideas? Even if we took the commission, neither of us have any experience starring in musicals.
Zhongli!
If you're interested in helping,
Zhongli!
why not start by having a chat with the requester? Maybe you can't fill the role yourselves, but you might be able to help him figure out another solution.
Merong
Maybe
musician
there's
sa
something he
sa
hasn't
ano?
thought of.
Kaliyo ang dami.
It's that guy, huh? No wonder. Paimon approves. Let's... Hello there. Are you the guy looking for a new actress?
Wait, I know you two. Are you really willing to act in my musical?
Wow, sounds like we're pretty famous in Fontaine already. But to answer your question, neither of us have any experience in musicals. But we heard that you're in a bit of a bind, so we figured we could at least try to help you think of a solution.
Ah, I see. It's okay. I knew that asking for a volunteer was a long shot. If we can't find someone to step in, we'll have no choice but to cancel the show. It would be such a shame. That's the thing. We're not some high-profile theater troupe, just a group of amateur enthusiasts. All our sets and props are very crude. We're grateful enough just to get an audience, never mind ticket fees. If we had a way to make this profitable, things might have turned out differently. But now, it looks inevitable that we'll disband.
Uy, madidisband
You're
sila.
splitting up the troupe?
Oh, I guess the lady at the Adventurers Guild didn't tell you? Yeah, this is supposed to be our final show together as a troupe. One last show. And after that, we go our separate ways. Nobody wants things to just fizzle out. Not after all the time and effort we've invested into it. Yeah, the leading lady, in fact. She's been dealing with a chronic illness ever since childhood, and unfortunately, it flared up again recently. It really drains all her energy, so she's in no state to perform. The show just won't be the same without her. But for everyone else's sake, I still hope we can find a way to hold the performance on schedule.
Got it. We have a clearer picture now. Let's see if we can come up with any ideas. What if we sponsored the show? Traveler, how much more are you carrying?
Please, there's no need to go that far. I wouldn't feel
Oh,
right
tayo
asking
pa.
such a huge favor.
Meron akong 13 million Paimon.
That we'd ever be able to pay you back.
13 million Mora. Mora isn't a problem.
If the actress just goes through the motions for the Mora, that's not exactly rescuing the show.
Pakantahin natin si Paimon.
Should find someone who will put on the best performance possible. Oh, wait! What about... you know who? That's how you know we're the best of partners. Anyway, she should have all the free time in the world right now. She's really good at performing, and she was once super popular with the crowd. Performing in a musical should be a piece of cake for her.
Who are you thinking of? Sounds like someone famous. Her? You're... That was a joke, right?
Nope. Paimon doesn't actually know if she's performed on stage before, but Paimon's pretty confident that she'd be really good at it.
You're not wrong there. She has actually performed in a number of big-name shows before. They were one of the reasons she was so popular. But even if she's no longer the Hydro Archon, it's not like she's suddenly a commoner. She's still an idol to many people in Fontaine, including myself. I just
Pa sinasabi nilang hindi na, namatay lang naman yung kalahating pagkatao ni, diba?
Well, yes,
ang naiwan is yung human body. Samantalang yung goddess side,
I mean,
yun yung namatay.
Willing to, then of
Diba?
course
Ay,
it's an
sorry.
honor to have
Spoiler
Lady
alert.
Flynn star in our show. I'm sure the rest of the troupe would be delighted
Sorry,
too.
spoiler alert.
I'm
Sa
sure
mga hindi
everyone in
nakagawa.
our troupe has
Hindi pa
probably
nakakagawa
dreamt
ng
of
Our
performing on
Conquest.
stage with her one day.
Yeah.
Of course,
Gawin
it all
nyo na.
depends on whether she's interested. She might consider this opportunity beneath her.
No point in stressing about that. We'll only know if we ask her. And besides, things are different now. There's no reason for her to be all high and mighty anymore.
Thank you for your help. I guess I'll just stay here and wait for the good news.
Wait, where does Farina actually live nowadays? She used to live in luxury at the Palais Mermonia, but she's, moved out, right?
As it happens, I have her current address here. I can provide it to you.
Woo! When did you get here?
When did you get here?
I came over when things were starting to sound more promising. I thought I should be at the ready in case my assistance is needed. It is my duty to support commissioners in any way I can.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you so much.
Well, now that we've got the address, we'll go find Farina. Back in a jiffy.
Back in the jiffy. Si Purina talaga yung ano natin eh. The little Oldstinian. Diba dun sa ano siya? Malit na apartment? Ano po dito siya? Oh, sa malit na apartment na si ano, Purina.
Did Catherine really give us the right address? She lives here?
Ayun na, naglalakad na si Purina sa likod nila.
Not that there's anything wrong with this place. It's just, a bit of a step down from the Palais Mermonia.
You know, it's common courtesy to make sure the homeowner isn't an earshot when you're denigrating their abode.
Okay, when did Poppy Gun of Thin Air become all the rage? First Catherine and now you?
I was just out on a shopping trip. I ran out of macaroni, so I went to grab a few more bags. I used to have a much wider range of choices when it came to food, but now I'm finding that simple, traditional home cooking can be quite delicious too. Not at all. As long as you have different kinds of sauces in, you can have macaroni and tomato sauce one week, macaroni and bolognese the next.
Oh, sounds like you're really struggling to cope.
How rude! Questioning my cooking skills. The audacity! It's not like I have a very eventful life these days. Actually, I barely leave the house. So I don't see how it's unusual that my meals are a little simpler now too. Besides, I'm sure I could master dishes like la lettre faucilor or blubber profiteroles in no time, if I felt so inclined.
Ah, there it is. You don't know how to cook.
Not yet, maybe, but... Anyway, what are you even doing here? I do hope you didn't come here just to ogle at my fall from grace. Let me first be clear that I'm not taking guests at this time. So if you're just here to clown around, then please be on your way. Shoot!
Sorry! We're sorry! Please don't be mad! Yeah, exactly! What the Traveler said! Paimon wasn't trying to make fun of you. Hang on a sec, you weren't exactly holding back either.
My help? Well, maybe you're forgetting that I'm no longer the mighty Hydro Archon. I don't even have a vision, you know.
Don't worry, it's
Ah, wala siyang vision?
It's just very
Ito, meron, di ba?
and you're the one with the power to help.
Huh? Wala ba siyang vision? Di ba magkakaroon siya ng vision? Oh my god, ito na ba yung kwento na magkakaroon siya ng vision? Parang si Wanderer? If not you, then no one?
Oh? Well, if that's the case, then... Fine, so tell me. What
diba?
specifically makes
Kung hindi
this
siya yung
matter
Hydro
so
Archon tapos wala siyang vision,
specific?
imposible.
I see.
Kailan yung kwento ni Purina na magkakaroon siya ng vision? Diba? Magkakaroon to.
After all,
Imposibleng wala.
I was once the brightest star in all
Parang
of
yun nangyari kay Wanderer,
well-versed in all
magkakaroon
the
to.
various performing arts. A mere musical is well within my capabilities.
Ganun yung pagkakakwento.
But given the
Nawala yung vision niya. Di ba pag mga Archons kayo, may vision na agad kayo?
Decline your casting request.
How come? It sounds like this would
Wala nga yung vision niya. Asan yung vision
True,
na ito?
but I have made a decision to retire from the stage. Although I am no longer required to play the role of the Hydro Archon, the time I spent inhabiting that character has left an indelible mark on me. Centuries of pretending to be a different
Wala
person
na nga
changes
yung
you
ano yun.
completely.
Pero dapat
I'm
meron
not
siya,
the
di ba,
same person
vision?
I once was. Of course,
Kasi
that
naging
can't be
Hydro
undone
Archon siya.
now.
Meron siyang vision.
It's too late,
Ito
and
yata
I have no
magiging...
intention of reinventing
Wala kasi akong
myself
ganti.
all over again.
Walang Purina.
But at least I can
My
say
bad,
that I
guys.
no longer desire
I don't
to
have
play
Purina.
any new roles.
Paimon can understand, but this is just a one-off part to fill in for someone who's sick. Surely that's okay.
Whether it's a one-off or not, it's a boundary that I've committed to no longer cross. If I make an exception to the rule now, I'm just leaving a back door for myself, which would be the same as not having a boundary in the first place. So I'm not going to perform, and that is that.
Okay, guess there's no convincing you. Well, is there anything else we can do to help out the troupe? Otherwise, they'll just have to disband without any fanfare. Do you know any other actors who might be interested in the role?
Nope.
Short and to the point, okay.
I've never been great at maintaining relationships. Besides, anyone I've ever worked with probably couldn't wait to get rid of me. Since I'm just an ordinary person now, they'll probably just laugh in my face if I go asking them for help. Look, I'm sorry, okay? I'm sorry I drew a line in the sand without thinking about every possible grain on the other side.
Well, is there anything else we can do? This performance really means a lot to the guy we're working for.
Have I not made myself clear? You're barking up the wrong tree. I don't want this job, nor do I know of anyone else who would. Sorry. I didn't mean for that to sound so harsh. I wish I could help, really. But if I thought I had the answer to this problem, I would have said so by now.
It's all right, Farina. Paimon just wanted to make sure we tried everything. Yeah, I guess that's all we can do now. All right, then. We'll see you around, Farina.
Toodaloo to you, too.
Toodaloo.
I'm going home to take a rest now.
Toodaloo. Ano nangyari kay Purina? Bigyan nga yan ng vision. Bibigyan natin ng vision yan. Oyobers, bigyan mo ng vision si Purina.
It's too bad, but we have to respect
Pangit ang
Farina's
ginawa mo
decision.
kwento. Sinabi agad eh, no? Pangit ang ginawa kwento ni Oyobers. Parang kinawawa naman masyado si Purina. Eh di ba nag-sacrifice naman din siya?
Huh? What's going on? Are they arguing?
That's besides the point. I'll ask you again. Why did you start looking for a replacement without my consent? When did I tell you I'm going to take a step back?
You didn't need to say it. We've known each other for how long now? We know the signs. But you never tell us about your illness, even when it's clearly flaring up.
And that gives you the right to make a decision on my behalf?
Shortly after you left, the troupe's lead actress came to the Adventurers Guild. She believes that she's healthy enough to perform. Excuse me, but can you both take a moment to discuss something else for now? The adventurer assigned to your commission has returned.
Sorry, I was just dealing with a little misunderstanding. So, how did your conversation with Farina go?
Sadly, it's a no from her. We tried to persuade her, but she wasn't having it. She doesn't want to play the role for personal reasons.
I see. Well, circumstances have changed a little, so maybe that's not such bad news after all. You see, our leading lady has just informed me that she's well enough to make it to the show after all. Staging the musical with the full original cast was always the dream, of course.
Oh, right! Sounds like everything worked itself out then. Yeah, she'd be livid. We'd get the scolding of a lifetime.
Jeez, is Lady Farina really so harsh with people?
Only joking, calm down. So, guess we can consider this case closed now, huh? Despite the fact that we failed to complete the commission, we were still racking our brains for ideas on the way back here.
Look, there's no point arguing with you about this anymore. You've made yourself very clear, so I'll stop looking for a replacement. This is the last chance we have, though. If your illness flares up again, there won't be time to find anyone to replace you. So, are you absolutely sure you'll be able to handle it?
Yes, I'm completely confident. I've been taking
Let's
a new
call
medication from
Dolphy.
the doctor, and
Si
it's
Dolphy
working
pala to
brilliantly. I'll definitely be able to tough it out
Dolphy,
until the
let's go.
performance day.
Kaya mo yan.
I share everyone's
Ikaw
desire
pala si
to
famous
commemorate all our
Dolphy.
years as a troupe with a proper farewell show. So the last
Dolphy
thing I
pala
want
to,
is to be
boy.
left out.
Kayang-kaya ni Dolphy yan.
Every one
Yung
of
mga
us thinks of
performance
this
ni
troupe as
Dolphy.
their home,
Pang Hollywood.
myself included.
You're right.
I believe in
I'm
Dolphy.
sorry. I let myself get too worried about the
Yeah,
show.
Dolphy.
I should have asked for your permission first.
Let's
All's
go.
well that ends well. Sounds like the show will go on.
Ay, grabe. Yan. Walang update dun sa bagong yung pinapanood ko. Isang ano lang. Yung manhwa. Ang ano lang.
Hey, how did you...
Medyo parang binilisan yata nung iba yung sa
I was
pag-upload.
just passing by because I realized I forgot a couple of items on my shopping list. All right, I'm coming. No need to drag me. Hello, one and all. I couldn't help but overhear your conversation just now.
Farina? Didn't you say you were gonna take a rest at home? What are you doing here?
I was just ever so slightly concerned about the situation you mentioned. Yes, a teensy bit concerned, that's all. When you came to talk with me earlier, I jumped right to explaining my position and said some strongly worded things. And all before I even had a full grasp of the situation. Anyway, I just feel a bit bad about how it went down. I'm sorry, Paimon.
Oh, it's totally fine. Paimon didn't take any of that personally.
You really have a knack for asking the most uncomfortable questions, don't you? I felt very sheepish.
Hindi magaling
having had a change
tanong
of
eh.
heart after flatly
Dapat
refusing
gandahan
you.
naman yung mga
And then,
questions,
to
boy.
make matters worse,
Naiiyak to si Purina.
But in any case, it sounds like the issue has already been resolved.
Yeah. When they said they were gonna ask for your help, I almost had a heart attack. I mean, how could we be worthy of having Lady Farina star in our show?
Alam, panoorin natin.
There's no need to think like that.
Oh, yes.
No need to keep addressing me as lady. Just Farina is fine. I was wondering, if this troupe is so important to all of you, why does it have to disband? If the difficulties are purely financial, then there must be a solution. You could put the shows on pause while you look for a sponsor, for instance. Everyone seems so devoted to the troupe. I'm sure if you keep chipping away, you'll find a way through.
We all want to believe that, but some things are just beyond our control. Everything's been going downhill ever since we lost our director. She was the heart and soul of our troupe.
Eh, si Purina,
she kept
director.
us going.
Her name was O'Reilly, and she was the founder as well as the artistic director of our troupe. And tragically,
Parang ano ko yung Rory.
was a victim in the serial disappearances case.
What?
That's actually how I recognized these two. It was all thanks to their efforts that the true culprit was brought to justice. But still, no sentence can bring our director back to us.
She was a loyal fan of your performances, Miss Farina. They were what first inspired her to get into musical theater. She rallied many people around her who were destitute
Kaging
or
director
had
na lang
lost
si
their sense
Purina,
of
di ba?
purpose in life,
Para masaya.
and convinced them to join her troupe. She wrote her own scripts, acted on stage, and mentored each and every one of us.
Sabi ko na nga, boy,
People
parang
loved our
ano si
performances back
Aurelie?
then. We seemed to be going from strength to strength.
Mukhang bukas na talaga
Things
natin
were really looking up for
maano
us.
yung Honkai Star
And
Rail,
then
guys.
disaster struck.
Yeah. After that,
Yung
the
maganda
entire troop fell into disarray.
Pero
None of
gusto
us know
kong
anything about script writing, let
mausad
alone
yung
how to
kwento
handle
nun
the
eh.
business side of things. We've
Baka
been doing
mamaya
the best we
makalimutan ko na
can.
naman.
But despite our
Diba?
efforts,
Sayang
things
kasi.
are slowly but surely falling apart. It's agonizing, but ultimately, we'd rather end things now on our own terms than stick it out to the bitter end and watch all our dreams turn to dust.
Oh.
What a terrible waste. A gifted artist from humble beginnings who achieved so much and no doubt had much more to give. And then her life was so cruelly taken. I suppose it's fair to say then that this final show, besides being your farewell to the stage, is also your final gift for her?
Yes, exactly. We all miss her terribly.
Well, good thing I followed the traveler here. After hearing this tragic tale, I can no longer stand by and do nothing.
Farina.
I know what you're thinking, but I by no means plan to cross the boundary I've set for myself. I can, however, provide some artistic guidance from the vantage point of a highly experienced audience member. But only if you feel this is something that would help, of course.
Oh, most definitely. We'll take any guidance that you can give.
We unfortunately don't have any budget for a consultant, though. Will that be a problem?
I don't need any compensation. All I'd ask in return, if you're willing, is that you tell me some more about the life and work of your late director. Something I've begun to realize since my departure from the Opera Epiclese is that there's a lot you don't see when you observe everything from on high. The law only judges criminal behavior and does not weigh human emotion. What about all the unresolved emotions of the parties involved? What happens to them? An interesting answer. But if you ask me, I think all emotion shall ultimately return home to the heart and slowly settle with the passage of time. Take, par exemple, how this troupe pines for their late director. Things such as this I have never witnessed before.
Still a fan of your old dramatic monologues then, huh? You just want to get back in on the action, don't you?
No. This is a completely different situation. Pearls before swine.
The name's not Swine, it's Paimon!
Would you be willing to join me? Come on, take a break from adventuring to listen to us.
Thank you all so much. Our director was a huge fan of Miss Farina's performances.
Naku,
as,
mahaba-habang
of course, we
kwento
all
to.
are. Alright, follow me.
Mahaba-habang
We'll go
kwento
to our
to, guys,
usual
yung
practice
kay
space.
Farina.
Please excuse the size.
The size! Oh, mali ginawa mo. Ba't kaya? Ang ano ko lang is tatapusin ko yung ano, diba? Pero mukhang pwede na yan. Try natin, guys. Pero pag ano, hindi pa rin. Ito, ilang araw ba? Ito, 9 days. Ito pa yung next week. Ito, 9 days. Ito pa rin pala. Kailangan tapusin. Oh my god. Web. Web to sa... Dito. Try natin dito. Go. 2 days. 2 days pa nga. 2 days pa nga, boy. Ayan, 2 days na yan, guys. Grabe yung pag-iikot na ito. Ang bilis. Orasan to eh, diba? Orasan kasi ito eh, kaya umiikot. Pero yung mga tao hindi gumagalaw. Eto, umagalaw pa rin to kahit natigil yung oras.
Oh, Paimon almost forgot! Didn't Zhongli say Hu Tao was also you planning on spending some time in Qiaoying Village?
Oh no. Hassel and Basil.
We didn't have anything else to do today, right? Why don't we go have a look around? Maybe we'll run into her. The mountain air is so refreshing. It makes Paimon feel like she could float around all day and never get tired. Cream! Gummies! Fuel fruit! Huh? Did you hear that? Sunshine! Right? So Paimon wasn't just hearing things. That voice sounds really familiar. Well, we've got the time. Why don't we go check it out?
Huh? Na-teleport na tayo.
Well, if it isn't my dear partners. See, I told you that something good was going to happen during our travels today. I have to say, sometimes the Steambird's astrology column is spot on.
It's just your lucky day.
Are you guys also here to catch the festivities? Oh, and that reminds me. Happy Lantern Rite.
Happy Lantern Rite.
Happy Lantern Rite to you too! Wait, if you're here for Lantern Rite, then what are you doing on top of this deserted mountain? And that voice we heard, that was you, right, Navia?
Oh, impressive. You could tell it was me from that far away. You've got good ears.
That or your voice is just really loud.
Well, of course it is. After all, I'm a boss.
Indeed. I suppose it's an asset.
Sure is! Having a loud voice is a handy tool when it comes to communication. Wait. That wasn't even Paimon's point. Paimon just wants to know why you two were shouting from the top of this deserted mountain. There was something about almonds, maybe? And buell fruit? Ooh, is it some sort of secret code?
No, it's not a code. The words are meaningless.
Perhaps. But the act of shouting was very meaningful indeed. That's just what mountain climbers do, right? After all the hard work it takes to make it to the top, as you stand on the summit looking out at the vast scenery, it's not easy to Exactly. You get me, partner. I was afraid that it would cause a disturbance, so I asked the locals around here, and they said it was fine. Apparently most hikers like to shout when they get to the top, so the locals are used to it by now. So, you see, it's not just me. I guess everyone shouts from the top of a mountain at some point in their life.
Speak for yourself.
When you're stressed, don't you ever just get the urge to do something for no reason?
Not really. If I ever get stressed, I just go hunting.
Oh, that's a pretty good way to relieve stress.
What I choose to hunt depends on my mood.
Tagal ni Clorid. Ilabas.
Anyway, why don't you two give it a try? Shout anything you want. It's
As long as Paimon has clothes on her back and food in her belly, Paimon doesn't think there's any stress that needs relieving.
Oh, I bet you guys are just too embarrassed to let loose. No need to be shy. Even Farina was shouting from the top of this mountain earlier.
Huh? Did Paimon hear that right? Farina's also here? In Qiaoying Village?
Believe in your ears. It is indeed as you heard. Actually, the reason we climbed this mountain in the first place was also because we heard the sound of shouting.
Yes, we could just about make out someone yelling things like, "Help me!" and "What should I do?" So we hurried up here to check, and what do you know? Miss Farina was standing right there, all red in the face. She practically sprinted back down the mountain the minute she saw us.
Ah, that reminds me. I believe what she actually said was, "So help me, I will figure out what I should do about this script."
So, you could actually hear what she was saying? Why didn't you say so earlier? I thought someone was really in trouble.
I figured we would come check out the situation either way.
Why not let her keep some privacy?
Oh, seems like you caught Farina in the middle of some stress relief as well. She probably would have never thought. No, she definitely would have never thought she would run into anyone she knew all the way out here.
I think so. We ran into Nervalet on the way here as well, but he was already on his way back, so they probably weren't together.
What? Nervalet was here too? What was he doing here? It couldn't have been for vacation.
I think it just might have been, actually. But apparently he only stayed for half a day before heading back. He's a very busy man.
Nervalet is not the type to take much time off. Taking even a half day for himself is already a huge step in the right direction.
Didn't Charlotte publish an article on the Liyue tea industry recently?
What?
Maybe he was inspired to
Magkikita
come
si
buy some tea
Nubilit
after
tsaka
reading
si
that
ano,
article.
Zhongli
You
pag
know,
nagkataon.
just like you were.
My situation is completely different. I'm here because I was asked to accompany you. The tea purchase is simply an added bonus of this location.
You Fontanians and your tea drinking.
Oh, it's not for me. I lost a bet with Ridesley, and now I have to buy him something. It was just a spur-of-the-moment sort of bet. Ridesley gets really invested in that sort of thing, but he couldn't care less about what he wins in the end. You could give him mint plants that you plucked from the side of the road, and he wouldn't even mind.
If only he was that easygoing when it came to talking business. In any case, I'm pretty sure the tea you bought is this region's specialty. What is it? Yes, that's the one.
You didn't really buy 10 boxes, did you?
Please, do I look like someone who would fall for that sort of marketing trap?
That reminds me. You guys said you only came up here because you heard my voice, right? I hope it didn't put you out. You must have had other plans for the day.
Oh, that's right. Who tell? A few days ago, we heard that a friend was going to be in Chaoying Village, so we decided to come and see if we could run into her.
Oh dear. We've been chatting for quite some time.
No,
That's good.
A partner.
We should probably head out and look for Hu Tao.
No need to stay on our account. We just got up here, so we're gonna stay around for a little longer.
Go and meet your friend.
Sounds good. We're gonna head down the mountain then. See you later!
Talon na agad tayo. Talon na agad tayo. He. Uy! Pagkatalo natin. Pansin ko agad to. Tiningnan ko pa nga ng matagal kung totoong treasure chest. Kalahin mo yun? Totoong treasure chest pala yun. Ay, may nahulog pa dito. Kala ko ano lang, design. Kaya hindi ko ginagalaw, guys. Treasure chest pala eh. At si Hutaw. Ayan na, si Hutaw. Naku, nagkita nga sila.
Chaoying Village is known for its tea, but you know what else they have with tea? That's right, dim sum! Didn't Gaming say something about dim sum being eaten in the morning? Oh, Paimon wonders if we can still get some at this time of day. Oh, well that's fine
Afternoon
too.
tea.
Paimon doesn't care what kind of tea it is as long as it comes.
Buti hindi nila dinala dito si Lisa, no? Si Lisa. Si Lisa, si... Kailan kaya yung ganun, no? Magsasama-sama lahat ng karakter sa isang lugar.
Is that Farino standing between Zhongli? Wonder what they're talking about. Zhongli knows a lot of stuff. Maybe he's telling Farina about Chaoying Village. Oh, or maybe Hu Tao is trying to rope Farina into being one of her clients. Hey, this isn't the Fortress of Meropide. But Paimon could be convinced for the right price. Let's say loser buys the winner 3 huge bowls of seafood kanji. Since Zhongli is there, Paimon bets things are pretty tame. It's decided then. Paimon votes for tour guide Zhongli. Alright, no time to waste. Let's go see who's right.
Naku, panalo si ano. Nagtuturo. Oo.
Good afternoon, Hu Tao, Zhongli, and Farina! Oh, great. Now Paimon's shouting too.
Oh, well, aren't you a sight for sore eyes? Seems like our luck just keeps on growing.
That we were able to meet you both without prior arrangement must mean that this is quite the serendipitous meeting indeed.
Huh? Oh, so both of you are acquainted with the Traveler and Paimon then?
Looks like someone's learned a thing or two from Zhongli.
I must admit, I am a bit surprised to see you here, Traveler. But seeing as you're a hero who's been all over Teyvat, it makes sense that you would be well-traveled and well-connected. Since we have found ourselves in each other's company within this fertile land, allow me to take this opportunity to wish you a happy Lantern Rite.
It appears you have been to Fontaine then. Given your proclivity to spread good deeds wherever you go, it's no surprise that you would make the acquaintance of a celebrity as illustrious and celebrated as Miss Farina.
That's quite high praise.
Oh, bakit ngayon si Farina meron ng ano?
Mr. Zhongli.
Kanina doon sa kwento nung una, wala siyang
I've built up a certain
ano, di ba?
within Fontaine.
Nawawala yung vision niya. Ngayon meron na.
Strength or wisdom.
Ang gulo ng kwento.
Before you right now as
Loko-loko ng kwento, nag-jump skip.
in search of beautiful scenery
Nag-time skip.
and creative inspiration.
Diba? Nag-time skip siya.
There is definitely more to Mr. Zhongli than meets
Nakalimutan
the
ko
eye.
kung saan naibigay yung
I
ano.
could tell as much from our conversation earlier. Given his breadth of knowledge on both academic and worldly matters,
alam ni Zhongli to.
heard about what happened in Fontaine. Is he just feigning ignorance for my benefit?
No. You're no common tourist. I simply won't have you talk about yourself that way.
Huh? Does that mean Hu Tao also knows?
You may not have heard, friends, but...
Miss Hu Tao.
Ay, meron ano. Treasure chest sa ilalim.
Miss Farina is now one of my esteemed clients.
Okay, you win. Guess Paimon will have to break into the hidden stash at the bottom of her shoe.
Huh? What's this about winning something?
Don't tell me. You two were placing bets on us.
It was Paimon.
We just saw you guys standing on the side of the road and couldn't help but take guesses as to what you were talking about.
Oh,
Tinuro ni.
That means you, my friend, must have guessed that I was trying to promote my business to Miss Farina. That I do, my friend. What was Paimon's guess then?
Paimon thought Zhongli was showing the newbie around.
By newbie, you mean...
If that's the case, then Paimon's guess was also correct.
Oh, that's right. Mr. Zhongli was telling me about some great...
Wala, draw lang.
in the area.
Kala ko para si Paimon.
You see? Paimon was right too. Since both of our guesses were right, there can't be a winner or a loser. Hey, don't be upset, Traveler. How about this? You buy Paimonable and Paimon will also buy youable. As for the third bowl...
Since I was the subject of the bet, perhaps it should go to me? You know, as a congratulations for the huge deal I was just joking. Anyway, I should be the one treating you. The funeral parlor is about to bring in quite the sum after all.
Oh, Paimon almost forgot to ask about the most important question. Did something happen recently, Farina?
Huh? What do you mean?
Well, you know, with you enlisting the services of Wangsheng Funeral Parlor and...
Oh, well, yes.
Really? Oh no. Paimon is so sorry for your loss. Although Paimon may have not known the person, please accept Paimon's deepest...
Whoa, it's not like that, Paimon.
Huh? But Paimon just thought, since you hired the services of a funeral parlor and all... Hey, it's not that big of a stretch.
Really, Paimon? It's not like you don't know me. Do I look like I know anyone who would ask me to coordinate their funeral? Miss Hu Tao is simply helping prepare some props for my film. Not too long ago, I read a collection of horror stories from Liyue. The The content was spectacular. In fact, I still feel the need to sleep with the light on even now. Anyway, that's not the point. Now that Fontaine's biggest star has returned to the stage, I figured it's about time the industry enjoyed a breath of fresh air. Hey, that's pretty good. I'll have to remember that for my ad posters.
Oh, Paimon sees. That makes a lot of sense. So, did you come to Liyue just to enlist the services of Longcheng Funeral Parlor?
Well, not exactly. My original plan was to just relax and enjoy the sights. But then I ran into Miss Hu Tao and Mr. Zhongli, and well, you know the rest. I suppose it was meant to be.
It was a fated meeting indeed.
Zhongli sure loves his lofty turns of phrase. But if you ask me, it's all thanks to that man who stopped to ask for directions.
Oh? Who what?
It's someone you know. Wanna take a guess? What? How did you guess that on your first try?
Baba.
Very
Baba na
impressive,
dyan.
my
Dito,
friend.
dito.
Your guessing game is
Baba
spot
na.
on today.
Baba na.
Huh. Paimon never thought Neuvillette would be the type to get lost.
I'm sure he didn't get lost. Even I was able to find my way to this place without any trouble. He was already getting ready to leave by the time I arrived. He just wanted to ask someone about the quickest way to get back to Fontaine.
Yup, that's exactly what he asked. This area is full of mountains and rivers. It's normal to not know the fastest route.
So, were you the one that pointed him in the right direction, Hu Tao?
Of course. I'm also a guide of sorts, you know. So naturally, I also have a great sense of direction. But speaking of your friend...
What about him?
He doesn't get out much, does he? Ah, no wonder. He was stiff as a board and way too polite. I would have never guessed he was here on vacation if you hadn't told me.
All in all, he was only here for half a day. I'm pretty sure he is the only one who would consider that to be a vacation.
Oh? This gentleman you speak of must keep a demanding schedule.
I'm sure he does. You didn't see him, but he was dressed like he was about to attend some important meeting. It wasn't anything like what someone would wear on vacation.
Is that so?
Wait, you didn't see him, Zhongli?
Unfortunately, no. At the time, it appeared as if Director Hu and Miss Farina were having quite the productive conversation. I know matters of business can take much discussion, so I decided to fetch some tea for them.
Kaboses ni Zhongli yung ano.
That gentleman seemed like a
Pangalan
sophisticated
nito?
sort of guy.
Nagsasalita.
I actually think you two would have hit
Ito,
it off.
yung nagsasalita dito sa manhwa.
Is that so?
Ba't kaboses ni Zhongli? Yung nasa manhwa.
To borrow Miss Farina's turn of phrase, perhaps it just wasn't meant to be.
Well, with the traveler around, I'm sure you'll have a chance to get to know each other at some point.
That's right. He's got more friends than he knows what to do with.
Well, that's certainly true. Oh, that reminds me. If you get the chance, you should try and talk to Neuvillette into loosening up a bit. Just tell him the Palais Mermonia isn't going to fall apart if he disappears for a few days.
Tulog na, lolo. Tutulog, ginantok, no?
Even clams open their shells to let in fresh water every once in a while, right? If he's really that much of a stickler for protocol, he can fill out a leave of absence request. He'd have to approve it himself since he handles that sort of thing now, but you know what I mean.
Wag yan. Iniinuman ko yan, wag yan.
Seems like this gentleman is also in charge of something pretty important.
Uy! Wag to! Iniinuman ko yan. Ba't yan magano? Baka dun, baba.
I've never heard
Baba
of
na.
a
Ay!
demon that boring before.
Baba na.
In my experience, a leader needs to be able to roll with the punches. That also includes knowing when and what to prioritize. It seems like your friend still has a lot of growing to do.
If I remember correctly, he's already several thousands of years old. You're quite right, Miss Hu Tao.
Oh? Traveler, Miss Farina, those two individuals over there appear to recognize you.
Oh, it's Navia and Clarand. Hey, over here!
We saw you all chatting over here, and we're wondering if we could join in.
Please, excuse the interruption.
Oh, so polite. No apologies necessary. Any friend of the Traveler and Miss Farina is a friend of mine.
Ah, straight to the point. I like it.
Guys, binaba ko muna yung pusakal namin. Binaba ko muna yung pusakal. Ano? Ano yung larong yan? Magkikita kaya ulit? Magkikita sila nila? Alam ko magkikita sila eh.
It's getting late. If we want to catch a boat back before dark, we should probably get going.
Indeed. Then, Miss Farina.
Oh,
Tagal na ng prepaid start.
When are you planning to head back? Do you need us to escort you?
Yung lakas ni Chichi!
Oh, I don't think that will be
Chichi, oh.
necessary. I mean, you're not my
Yung lakas ni
subordinate
Chichi!
anymore.
Buhat!
You don't need to look after
Literal
me.
na binubuhat yung mga
I
cosplayer.
didn't mean it that way. It's normal for friends to travel home together if they run into each other on the road.
There are a lot of mountainous roads in this area. I imagine they'll be even harder to navigate after dark.
Exactly! Just like in those ghost stories. 8 paths converge in a wood. Beside them an old house has stood. If you dare to go inside, not a soul will greet your eye.
What?
If you take a closer look, there may be something you mistook. A candle flickers to and fro, yet there is no wind to make it so.
Sino to?
What is its secret? What could it mean? In this wood, where mystery screams. Ooh.
My dear demoiselles, ladies, no, I mean friends, please take me with you.
Of course.
Gotta say, Farina, you are really quite the character. By the way, did I hear you mention that Clorand used to work under you? Then you must have also been a leader at some...
Well, that's, all in the past now. Besides, being a leader is hard. It wasn't the right job for me. I prefer how things are now. I can come and go as I please, and get to enjoy the sweet taste of freedom.
I see. Well, you've certainly picked an apt place to relax. Chaoying Village is an exemplary choice.
Only the best. And I've learned a lot, too. Thank you so much, Miss Hu Tao and Mr. Zhongli.
It's fine. You've thanked us more than enough already. The next time you're in this neck of the woods, I'll treat you to some dim sum in the city.
Dim sum? Is that some kind of Liyue term for snacks or desserts?
They are a part of it. It's basically a table full of as much tea, sweets, and good company as you can manage.
Oh, so it's basically a tea party.
So make sure to order the winter melon cake and the lotus flower crisp. They're so sweet and delicious. Paimon knows you'll love them.
Ooh, okay. I'll be looking forward to it then.
Wait, but didn't you guys say you were here on vacation? How come you're all going home empty-handed?
Of course I am. I bought tons of fun things to bring home with me. A kite, a parasol, a little tin frog that jumps. Oh, and a stuffed toy of a mythical beast. Clorand is the one who didn't buy anything for herself.
So all you're bringing back with you is that tea?
And some tea-flavored hard candies. They're for Sijwin.
Clorand isn't much of a shopaholic.
Well, one of us has to practice restraint.
Hey, I'm hardly reckless with my Mora. I'll have you know, all the purchases I made today were well within my budget.
Me? Oh, well, I bought some tea, of course. I just had to try all the varieties recommended in the Steambird. Other than that, just some bits and bobs, you know. A little bit of this, little bit of that. They should all be things I can use, I think.
Now Paimon's even more confused. If you bought that much stuff, where did it all go? Into one of Linny's magic packets?
Oh, actually...
Monsieur Neuvillette took them with him.
Oh, so that's what happened. Wait, what? Why did he take them? He's not hoarding treasure, is he?
That's quite the imagination you've got there, Paimon. Monsieur Neuvillette just saw the amount of bags we had and offered to take them back for us. I felt a bit bad at first, but, I really did have a lot of stuff.
He even offered to deliver my gifts to the Fortress of Maripede for me once he's done with the day's work. Neuvillette is a man of his word. If he says he can do something, then he means it.
See, even Clorand was happy to take him up on his offer. If even his trusty subordinate agreed, then who was I to refuse?
Wow, he seems like a real gentleman. Maybe he's not as uptight as I thought. If only the funeral parlor had an employee as thoughtful, proactive, and responsible as him. Right, Zhongli?
Indeed.
Yari. Na-compare pa nga si Zhongli.
To deliver her gifts to Risley. So if we go to the entrance of the Fortress of Meripede, maybe we'll run into Neverlet. But we don't know exactly when he'll show up.
Okay, dyan muna kayo, guys.
Oh, that reminds me. A new year of work is about to begin. If there's anything you want to talk about, Zhongli, you know you can come to me. I'm all ears.
Does the director have any concern?
It just seemed like you were a bit preoccupied today, and much less talkative than usual. He barely said anything other than, "Is that so?" and "Indeed." If you ask me, I'd say you're having a midlife crisis. You're getting to be around that age after all.
Is that so?
Ugh.
I jest, given its distance from the city. Chaoying Village enjoys a much slower pace of life. Surrounded by such peace and tranquility, I also seem to have developed a proclivity for inactivity. I apologize for making you worry.
I see. What do you think, Traveler? Is this atmosphere putting you in a lazy mood too? Wow, you are getting really good at these kinds of lines.
Indeed.
Indeed. Indeed. Dahil sa inyo nakita ko tong may nakatago dito. Common chest.
More treasure! More treasure!
Look for nobilet. Layo na narating natin ah. So, ayun guys. Pusin na lang natin to. Tapos na to eh. Boom, boom, boom. Dito bawal maghagi sikli ng bomba. Makukulong sikli. Makukulong sikli dito pag naghagi siya ng bomba. Belure. Reporter of Steambird. Ayap. 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 Eliap. Hirap ng mga pangalan nila dito, kakaiba. Aliup. Na si Nubilet. Ba't kaya umiiwas si Makaikas?
We lucked out!
Oh, it's you. It has been some time since our last meeting. Few people frequent this location. Since I was able to conclude my work early for the day, I thought I might take a walk and avail myself of this area's peace and quiet.
You call this early? Do you always work this late, Novelet?
Strictly speaking, that depends on the agenda for the day. I am hardly bereft of time, however, so working late is of little consequence to me.
Really? If you have so much time on your hands, then why did you only go to Chaoying Village for half a day?
First, I should clarify that I was referring to my lifespan, rather than the time at my disposal on any given day. Second, I was unaware you possessed knowledge of my trip to Chaoying Village. I see. Thank you for informing me. Yes, they have been safely delivered.
I have to hand it to Clorette. Just a simple gift delivery, and she has the great and mighty Udex at her beck and call.
I was just passing through. It was merely an act of convenience.
All right. Then I hereby confirm receipt of the goods on behalf of the staff of the Fortress of Meripede.
A verbal receipt of confirmation? Is such a formality really necessary for a small matter such as this?
Guess not. This quantity of tea, though, seems a little excessive for a gift, don't you think? Before you know it, they'll start accusing me of taking bribes.
About that. Much of that is my own excess, I'm afraid.
Oh? Why?
It was buy 10 boxes, get half off.
That explains it then. Well, go ahead and leave them to me. I'll get through this stash as fast as I can.
You have my thanks. Oh, there's something...
Nadali sinubilit ng 10 boxes.
This is a stone slate, engraved with a symbolic design.
While that is an apt description, it is in actuality a legal codex.
A legal codex, huh?
Before the advent of modern writing utensils, information was recorded on stone slabs such as this. The law was no different.
Okay.
Since ancient times, the scales of justice have symbolized the fairness and impartiality of judiciousness. As a tribute to that sentiment, this slate was designed after a traditional legal codex and engraved with a symbol instead of text. During my travels recently, I chanced upon a roadside stall offering tourists the opportunity to try their hand at the ceramic arts. So I decided to have a go. We joked with Clarence some time ago about gifting you a legal codex. So, here you go.
So that's what this is about.
I did not expect you to remember it as well. In any case, I hope this can be considered as a reasonable attempt to join in on the banter.
It is a very good attempt. I suppose I shouldn't be surprised. Even your sense of humor centers around the law. That's an impressive level of commitment. A gift of this significance deserves to be put on display, and I know just the place. Front and center in the fortress's showroom.
Surely there's no need for such a grand gesture.
Just kidding. I don't have anything like a showroom, but we do have a storage room. We can put it next to all the mechanical parts Sijuin has collected.
That sounds good to me.
So that's what you were doing in Chaoying Village.
Indeed. Of course, while I was there, I also took the opportunity to taste the local spring water. The aftertaste is much purer than what I have delivered to me in Fontaine. It stands to reason that the long-distance transport has a tendency to imbue the water with extraneous emotion. If you want to experience the true flavor, you simply have to go to the source. Perhaps I should organize some time off to do the same elsewhere. Then we are of the same mind. It appears my desire is justified.
If you say so, but you know you don't have to justify a vacation, right? You can just take one. After all, you're hardly bereft of time. You can do whatever you want.
You're quite right. I suppose I suffer not from a lack of opportunity, but rather a lack of inspiration. However, after reading a few articles about Liyue's holiday traditions, the idea popped into my head and made itself quite at home. Seeing as I was free of responsibilities for the morning, I decided to depart at once. Refreshing. My spontaneous outing seemed to inspire quite a few other spontaneous decisions as well. Take, for example, my foray into ceramics. At first,
Si Chongli saka to si ano, magkaboses saka
had the right
yung nasa
amount of
manhwa.
water, and it becomes soft, moldable, and able to take shape.
Nag-i-introduce ng manhwa,
In the
guys.
past, I never thought about
Magkakaboses
how
sila.
quotidian vessels were crafted. But now,
Medyo
I have
mababa
participated
lang
in
to
their
ng
very
konti.
making. This
Hindi katulad
is
kay
also
Chong.
something I made today.
Wow, ganda. Pang ano ng soup.
That's a ladle? Paimon thought it was supposed to be some long-necked sea creature.
That was indeed one of my inspirations. Really? To tell you the truth, given your unexpected arrival, I find myself quite unequipped to give you the welcome you deserve. Around such an important holiday such as this, human custom would dictate that gifts should be in order. But I'm afraid this is all I can offer. If you'll have it, that is. That is precisely why it would do me such a great honor if you accepted. You are most welcome. Happy Lantern Rite. Approve a leave of absence request for myself. That sounds like it could easily lead to a vicious cycle of self-indulgence, something which couldn't be in further violation of protocol. But I suppose I understand her point. My proclivity to refrain from personal outings does in part originate from a sense of responsibility toward my duties. But it is also due to a lack of desire to engage in the human world. But now I see that the human world is indeed full of many interesting places to discover.
No, meron pa nga tayong nakuhang regalo. Okay. Ano, red and blue. Isang malaking bomba. Isang tubig. Isang dragon ng tubig. Ano? Yari? Natapos na? No? Tapos na. Tayo sa lantern. Alright, guys. Nice, nice, nice. Try natin to. Ay, lang ba to? Ay, sana natin try to, guys. Kasi sarado po. Sakto to. Sarado pa naman.
Inside city wall.
So, balik tayo kay Little Mau. Teleport. Salim. Ditong pasok ka. Little Mau. Mau, wow. Guys, sasaktuin lang natin ano to. Kakain na. Lunch time tayo. Oh, meron doon nakatago. Tawid tayo, tas ko. Kaming treasure holders. Yun o, ganito o. Papunta man. Ito, tumakbo. Tumakbo bigla. Ayun na nga o. Hindi ko na pala kailangan picturean yun. Meron pang ganun. May nagmi-meeting.
La.
Nakita niyo yun guys, may nagmi-meeting na ano. Kunin na lang natin mo. No space for salt.
Stabilize! This is order!
Bamboo shoot soup.
Stop right there!
Fine, go!
The wind knows me. As one with wind and cloud!
Boom! Sumabog!
Gather!
Palakasin ko nga yung ano ni pagsabog. Mga explosion. Iyon eh, di ba sa E?
Maybe there's even more buried below!
Yes! Meron yan.
La. Woo! Da.
Stabilize!
Final warning! Hands where I can see them!
Pew! Dumpty go!
One with nature! Tja! Tja! Hit! Tja!
Tayo.
Woo!
Teka, new quest na yata to guys. Floating J. New quest na to guys. Opportunity.
Da. La. La.
Nakakamiss yung ganun ah. Merong ano guys. Meron sa pader. Grabe. Nasa bangin yung itlog. Pinakababa pa. Baba. May waterfalls to. Nata. Dito yun guys. Pero ayun na nga guys. Out na muna tayo guys. Pahinga. Yan, kain na rin kayo ng lunch. Lunch nyo. Thank you sa mga dumadaan guys.